Hello, let's make a painting. All right, come on, buddy, you gotta stop. Oh, all right, come on. Oh boy. All right, so let's start with the water, of course. Everywhere. Sprinkle. Okay, let's see what we can do today. I think I'm gonna make something very simple. And it's hilarious I'm saying this because I'm not doing anything complicated in the first place. But it is what it is, We're gonna stick with the simple stuff. It's more easy. I'm gonna take the easy way. Ooh, that's a bad noise, man. All right, so let's what we can do here. We're gonna take this thing and pour a little bit of it here. And that's called, what is that thing actually? Brown. So let's take the brown. Come on, why you don't want to stick up here? We're gonna take the brown and watch this. And then it's like, just try to make every single hilarious, terrible, absolutely annoying sound effect in the world. And now we have this. Now, once we have this mess, of course, we're gonna put some actually color into it. And we're gonna make a circle moves. There we go. Stay here, buddy. And once we make the circle moves, we're gonna clean that brush well. Make sure it's kinda dry and try to blend the clouds with the rest of the sky. Now, we're also gonna take a blue-ish paint and start moving it around. There we go. By the way, my flat brush is very dry, so we can go ahead and adding this kind of stuff. There we go. Okay. Boom. All right, now we're gonna take a black and some of this brown, so we can have a nice dark color. And what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna actually push, oh, hold on, I took too much. Down and push up, down and push up, down and push up. And we're gonna do this where is all the white spots. There we go. Down and push up, down and push up. Down, push up, down, push up. We can keep saying that until everybody hates you in the room, pretty much. There we go. Now, of course, here is going to be exactly the same thing. Down, up, down, up. There we go. All right. Excuse me. All right. So once we have this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the multiple brush. We're going to make sure it's almost dry. And we're going to push up the whole thing again. This time, we're going to go very gentle, actually. There it is. Let it develop itself. So we're going to leave it like this for now. Now, clean the brush. I got to change the water at some point. Clean the brush and start removing some of the background. Now, why on the background? Well, everything almost dry on the background in the sky. So that means it's ready. A lot of water. Clean the brush every time and remove as much as you want. What we try to do is create some kind of clouds in the sky. All right, now let's make the fluffiness here and actually make these clouds a little bit more believable. There we go. And here we're gonna continue the cloud. Now, I'm going to start blending because I want this whole area to be blended. But that's going to give me a great opportunity to actually collect some color which one I can use, of course. Here I will just need a bit more. But I can collect the color and add it to the sky. Here we're gonna define, there it is, the other clouds going around. There we go. Here too. Here we're gonna make these clouds. And I guess you, at this point you already see, I didn't avoid it to say it, but at this point I guess you already see that we're making the mountains with the two mountains and the clouds are going between them. It's something like, you know, magical. So we actually can do this. And now you can see the cloud here. There we go. The fluffiness of the cloud going around that mountain. And actually going all the way up here. There we go. Now this mountain here, now I will need a little bit of bluey here. And we will try not to destroy the mountain, but we want this mountain to match with the rest of the painting. Of course, we're gonna add blue here, and here. So we can have a nice color going around. Of course, on the ground, mid-ground and a background, that's what it's gonna be. Now before everything dry out, I will just push around some of the brown so we can show up that bluey a little bit better. There you go. Not too much on the ground. All right, let's keep working with these clouds here. Of course, we have clouds in front of the other mountain too. There we go. And that cloud is going all the way around this mountain and it's going all the way up. There it is. Boom. Let's confirm. Good. Now, keep going around. And of course, these mountains are getting, you know, not the mountains, but the clouds around, they go in less and less, and until they touch the horizon line. Now the horizon line, I can choose between gold, green, and brown. I think the brown is going to be the color, and we're going to just tap, 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 tap until we have the horizon line forming right here. Okay, there it is. And of course, we're going to expand and keep going all the way down. Nice. Now, pure black on a dry brush. And this pure black is going to be for this part and this part. We need more contrast here. And the other part is I want to make this edge a little bit more understandable. There it is. Now, here is a tricky part. We need completely dry brush. We need pure black. And we need to make these edges. Now, the edges, we're going to do it right here. Almost dry brush. Almost dry. You don't need anything. There it is. Excuse me. And now here, barely touching this thing. One wrong move and we're gonna destroy the whole thing, because the mountains are very tiny. Maybe I should make them a little bit bigger, but you know, it is what it is. So, and of course we're gonna have something matching down here too. Look at that clouds, man. They just going around like. Now, for the clouds in the sky, this one I don't like this one. It would be nice if it's go around, and this area is so empty. So we're gonna just put, more clouds. Of course, we're gonna put more clouds. This cloud is gonna stop here, and it's got a little bit more over here. There you go. Now, one thing I do a lot when I'm not sure exactly how it's look like and how it's going to look like when it's dry out is to squint my eyes. So Actually, I can see a little bit better because all the details kind of disappear, so I can barely see what it is. So that's gonna give me a good idea what's gonna happen with once it's dry out. Now, one thing here is I want to do this clouds a little bit more understandable, and the reason for that is because they're so next to each other. There we go. Here. There is no wrong way, man. You can't really mess it up clouds. They're a little bit busy painting, if I gotta be honest, because the mountains and the clouds. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm happy with it. One thing I want to do is right down here, and I think it's gonna be a good idea if I add just a big splash of blue with no particular reason. Just because I want something to match with the rest of the painting. And it can be anything, but as long as I have it here, that will be fine. Now, one thing, when I stand it up, I was about to cut the whole thing, but I realized the whole thing is very busy on the bottom, and I want to be busy on the top, but not on the bottom. So I will just blend everything here like this. And now I'm gonna take my multiple brush and go down. And now go left, right, and go down. Keep in mind, I'm barely touching anything. And I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, I'm just gonna push some of the paint so we can have some white spots. But in general speaking, oh, actually that's even better, man. Let's push that around. I don't know what this marks. Probably from the palette knife. Oh, that's absolutely what we're looking for. I didn't know I need that, but since we have it here, that's gonna be great. There we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.